What's up, EV Clan? Alex Espion here, and welcome back to the next episode of the Pokemon Gold Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we tackled this lighthouse that doesn't look like a lighthouse, and we got to the top, and we found that Jasmine was tending to a sick Pokemon in Ampharos. One of my favorites. Not one of my favorites, but a Pokemon that I like a lot, actually. There's so many good Pokemon. I shouldn't say one of my favorites. I shouldn't be so, so ready to say one of my favorites about a Pokemon that I like, because I just like so many Pokemon, because there are just so many good Pokemon. So, actually, I was talking about at the end of the last episode how I don't see a way to go directly down, because I saw that Sea and Wood is directly down from us right now on the map, but I didn't see a way to go directly down, so I figured I would actually have to go, in this direction, like, from here. I would, like, go off from here and travel in this direction, like, where there's no spikes. As you can see, there's spikes this way, and there's spikes that way, but there's no, like, jagged rock spikes in the water that way, at least according to what I can see. So maybe I thought I would have to go in this direction, but, it turns out that does not actually seem like where I have to, the direction that I have to go in, so I'm wondering what actually is in this direction. Oh, it's just more rocks. Okay, so I definitely do not have to go in this direction. That is definitely not the direction I should be headed. However, this is a new encounter because this is an Olivine encounter. I did not get an encounter in this city yet because obviously there's no grass in this city. So, there is water though, which also is a place where is a tile. A water tile is also a tile on which you can encounter Pokemon. So, we shall just take this as our encounter because we have not gotten an encounter in this city yet. And this is a Rhyhorn, and it is a pretty nice encounter. I've used Rhyhorn before. I used it in my Pokemon Flora Sky playthrough. So I actually like Rhyhorn a lot. I think it's a cool Pokemon. Definitely fun to use. And we're going to see if we can catch this darn thing. This diggly darn thing. So we're going to use a Great Ball. We're going to avoid using the Master Ball if we can. And by that I mean we will avoid using the Master Ball at all costs because we are not catching this freaking thing with a Master Ball. That would be an absolute waste of a Master Ball. We can catch it with other things for certain. If this thing breaks out of 10 Great Balls, at that point I'm just done. I don't care how much I like Rhyhorn, I'm not using a gosh darn Master Ball on it. Maybe it'll get the Park Ball if it's lucky. It is inept at turning because of its 4 short legs. It can only charge and run in one direction. One direction? Crazy. So, it's a girl. We're gonna name it, what's a good girl's name? What do we want to name the girl? Oh, it's a boy. I've just been informed by a, by an anonymous source that it's actually a boy and I can't read gender signs. Frick. Okay. Sorry, I look stupid now, don't I? It's okay, I always look stupid. So... It's a boy, apparently. We're gonna go... What's the guy's name? We're gonna go with, I feel like that's too extra. I was gonna put Jeremiah. That might be a little much. Why is that, like, one of the first boys' names that pops into my head? Let's go with Scott. I don't think I have a Pokemon named Scott yet. Have I had a Pokemon named Scott? I don't think it looks familiar. I'm picturing in my head it doesn't look familiar. And when I'm looking at it now, it also doesn't look familiar. So I'm just gonna assume I haven't had a Pokemon named Scott yet. And we can go for Scott. Yeah. Okay, Scott. So that's Scott. That's our new addition to the team. I'm gonna open up my freaking menu here, and I'm gonna make sure I don't have a Pokemon named Scott on the team already, because that'd be really embarrassing. Not as embarrassing, probably, though, as freaking looking at a boy's sign and saying, it's a girl. I am so bad. I've said it before. I'm so bad with those gender signs. I don't know them. I really can't tell. It is so good that in future games, it's, like, colored. I don't know if it's, like, colored in the most recent Pokemon game, but in certain Pokemon games, it was colored, and I love that, because obviously blue is, like, the stereotypically boyish color, pink is, like, the stereotypically girlish color. Ordinarily, I hate that, because I just hate gender stereotypes, but, actually, in that circumstance, it's very helpful. Because I can't tell, just based off of the signs. If they color the signs, though, then that makes sense to me. Then I can identify the blue one is the boy one, the pink one is the girl one. So now we're gonna go for, yeah, we're just gonna check and make sure there's nothing up here. I was gonna switch Pokemon, but then I didn't, actually, my brain farted. I had a brain fart, and it just, I didn't. So, Geraldine is coming out against a Poliwrath, both water types, but this water type that we're fighting is actually a fighting type as well, and the water type that we have out is actually a psychic type as well. So therefore, even though we're both water types, I am actually still have the type advantage against him because of the dual typings that we have. I don't know if we're both pure water, not pure water, we're both like primary water, but we are both at least Pokemon that are water type. However, my other typing is super effective against his other typing. Sorry, her other typing. My gosh! And you look at this. You see, like, me making this mistake. And you start to see why Juan is a girl. You start to see how that happened. Because, my gosh, am I just so bad at these gender signs. I don't understand them. I don't look at them. I do look at them. And even if I do look at them, I don't understand them. In Juan's case, I didn't look at it. That was the issue with Juan. Right? But in that case, I did look at it. I straight up, like, acknowledged it. I saw it, and I'm like, that's a girl. So even if with Juan, I did see it, and I did look at it, and I did internalize it, I probably still, I could have still named them the wrong name. I probably still could have named them a guy's name, even if I saw and internalized the girl sign, because I may have just identified that as a boy sign anyway. But yeah, this doesn't seem to be the way down, but is this a way up? Can I get anywhere upward from here? No, I cannot. So I cannot seem to go through this lighthouse. I can't seem to go behind it, because I guess the Pokemon team at this point in making video games did not understand how, like, frickin' depth perception works, because this building is clearly in front of me, right? Like, we all agree this building is in front of me. The ground is down here. Like, I can see where the ground ends. So therefore, there's no ground, so there should be nothing in front of me, like, there should be nothing to the left of me for me to bump into. There is no ground. It's just, there's a building right there. Like, I should be able to go behind the building. There is no ground for me to bump into. There is nothing for me to bump into, unless there's, like, all jagged rocks behind the building and I just can't see them. But, like, it just seems like the building is, like, in front of me. Like, very in front of me. And I should be able to go behind it, but I just can't. So, clearly, the creators of this game had no concept of depth perception. Either that, or they just, like, I don't know, were lazy and didn't want to design up behind this building. Whatever. I'm being a little hard on Pokemon devs right now. I'm sorry, Pokemon devs. I love you, Pokemon devs. Thank you for giving us amazing Pokemon games. I love Pokemon games. I love Pokemon games, and I love you, Pokemon devs. I'm sorry for being hard on you. Anyway. Confusion is what we should go for, because that is super effective against this fighting type water type. Our psychic type water type using a stab confusion on this fighting type water type. That'll do it. That'll take it down for sure. Maybe not on one hit? Yeah, not on one hit. But, definitely the next hit will take it down. I'm kind of scared of what a submission might do. I know it's not very effective, and I know we're 7 levels above. But if it crits, I think it could kill us here, which is frightening. So I'm going to heal just in case, because it is not very effective. And we are in the yellow, not even in the red, but, like, it is stab, and it is strong. Like, submission is a high base power move. And I don't even know he has it. Like, he could be too low level to have it. I feel like if he had it, he might have used it by now, because the other one, like, another one that I fought, that did have it, used it, like, second turn. And this guy hasn't used it yet, so I don't think he has. So, like, that leads me to believe that he doesn't have it. But you never know. It's better to be safe than sorry. You would know. I should say you never know. You do know if you actually, like, do the research and, like, look up its moveset on Pokemon DB. But, I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we are just going to, now that we are out of that water, see what's on this side of the island. What happens if I go down here? I run into this guy who is a guy. Is this the guy from Pokemon Crystal? Is he in this game too, or is this just a random person? It's Monica. It is not the guy from Pokemon Crystal. I'm pretty sure the guy from Pokemon Crystal is, like, in this area, because I recognize these rocks. Or maybe he's just in another area with rocks. But, like, there's a guy in Pokemon Crystal who's obsessed with Suicune, and I feel he's usually behind these, like, around these rocks. Or he's on a beach around some rocks. Maybe not this exact beach with these exact rocks. Glad to meet you. I'm Monica of Monday. Okay. I am Alex of also Monday, I guess, because that's when I'm recording this. I think. It's hard to keep track of the days when it's summer. As a token of our friendship, I have a gift for you. Alex received a sharp beak. Okay, thank you. I mean, thank you, Monica of Monday. That's a strange thing to go by, but thank you. It's an item that raises the power of flying-type moves. You should equip a bird Pokemon with that item. Yeah, let me see if I have a bird Pokemon. I don't know if I do, but I might. Silly me, how could I forget? I've been using Geraldine so much, I forgot about one of the mainstays of our team, one of our GOATs, one of our MVPs. It's Henrietta. How could I forget about Henrietta? Come on. Silly me. Okay. Do we have a flying type? I don't know if we have a flying type, he says. I don't know if we have a flying type, he says. Silly me. Of course we have a flying type. One of our strongest Pokemon is a flying type. Give it to Henrietta. Power up those already powerful flying type stab moves. And, do we have any items on our Geraldine yet? No, we do not. So we will give Geraldine the Twisted Spoon to power up those confusions as well. The team is starting to come together. Knock on that wood. Because you never know when, a Nuzlocker has to face this wacky thing called loss. Although you can't see it from here. Cianwood is across the sea. Okay, so it is this way. Not, in fact, the other way, where I already established that it wasn't. So, you know, that was kind of useless to me, what you just told me, but, thanks anyway. It would have been great if you told me earlier, because that would have saved me going in that direction. But then again, I probably would have still gone in that direction, even if I knew Olivine was down this way. Not Olivine, Cianwood was down this way. Just to explore what was over there. So, you know what, regardless of when I received your advice, it was useless. But at least you gave me some dialogue to read. So thanks for that. And so now I'm gonna surf. I'm gonna get into the water here on my Lapras, which is not a Lapras, but in fact a Judy, a Poliwrath. If one wants to be like literal. And then we will see what this Twisted Spoon boosted confusion is going to do to this Golbat right here. It's going for the super effective Bite, because unlike in Gen 1, Bite is now a Dark-type move, as of this game. Only one generation it was a normal-type move. That is, it is a very, it makes it very, niche knowledge that in Gen 1, hello, Lugia! It makes it very niche knowledge that in Gen 1, it's a Bite is a normal type move. When it's only, because it's only, like, that way in that gen. I could potentially use the Master Ball here, but I don't know if this is my encounter. I think this is my encounter. But do I want a Lugia? Like, is that interesting? Also, it's a pain in the neck to train. Do I get another Master Ball in this game? I feel like I have so many things on my team that I need to train up already. To the point where I don't really want another thing to train up, but it's also only level 21. That's not that bad. I definitely have things that I need more training on my team. Like, who would I even replace for Lugia? Maybe I don't need to replace someone. Maybe I just, like... I don't want to be wrong. I really don't want to be wrong and use my Master Ball on something that's not my encounter. I'm fairly sure. I'm, like, 90% sure this is my encounter. I should be, like... I guess, look at the map, I guess, but, like, how was I supposed to know to look at the map? I mean, I guess I should have looked at the map before getting a potential encounter, but I wasn't thinking. I just, like... It should have said on the sign, like, this is a new route. If it was a new route, it just said, like, where this route goes, but I don't know if this is a new route. I know it's, like, a route from this place to this place, that's what it told me, but it didn't tell me if it was a new route. It didn't tell me what route number it was. I couldn't check if it was a new route unless I opened up the map. Which I didn't do, because I guess I'm stupid. But, I mean... It must be a new route. Certainly it's a new route. If it's not a new route, then certainly it's a new and/or area, right? Like... If I'm, like, on the outskirts of Olivine right now, I'm gonna be so mad. Like, if I throw this Pokeball and I catch this thing and I wait and I use the Master Ball, and then it's like, location caught, Olivine City, I'm gonna be fuming. But, like, what other top opportunity is there for me to get a Lugia? That's so much power in the PC. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm going for it. Here we go. Potentially, we get a Lugia here. I mean, we get a Lugia here regardless, but, like, we get a Lugia we can use here, potentially. We get a Lugia here, absolutely. But is it a Lugia we can use? That is the question. Lugia's data was newly added to the Pokedex. Guys, we have a Lugia. Is it a usable Lugia for us? That is what is up for debate here. That is what is unknown to us right now. It is said that it quietly spends its time deep at the bottom of the sea because its powers are too strong. Its powers are too strong, and we have its powers in our hands right now. We have it in a Pokeball that we are holding in our hands right now. So, what are we calling this Lugia? It doesn't have a gender, it's a legendary. So I can't get the gender wrong. That's great. We're gonna call it... Have I named a Pokemon Larry before? I feel like Larry the Lugia is funny. I like Larry the Lugia. Let's call it Larry. If I've called something Larry before, I'm sorry. But, I feel like Larry is just a good name for a Lugia. We'll call it Larry. Larry the Lugia. Put in the box here. What route am I on? Cammy the Swimmer, this is very important what I'm about to do. Please do not interrupt, but I guess I'll read your dialogue anyway. Gosh darn it. Alex, good evening. It's me, Cammy. Got a minute? I do not have a minute, actually. That's what I was saying before. What's a battle? It's not going to be a repeat of the last time we met. I'll be around National Park. You said that, like, earlier in this episode. Maybe last episode, if I'm being generous. But I think it was earlier in this episode. Okay, Pokegear. Where are we? Moment of truth, where are we? We're on Route 40. We are not, in fact, in Olivine City. We are on Route 40. That is our Route 40 encounter. We just got a usable Lugia, boys. Let's go. Let's go. That's so cool. Don't plan on adding it to the team anytime soon. But, definitely some power in the PC. We do have Pidgeotto right now. We don't need another flying type. Even if that flying type is a Lugia. And I get that, like, oh, trade out the Lugia for the Pidgeotto, but that's so much training I need to do. Like, I get that that's a better Pokemon, but my gosh, do we not need to right now, because Pidgeotto has been, and will continue to put in the finest of work. That wasn't a sentence that was grammatically correct, if you take it apart, but just don't. You get what I meant. Leech Life, we take that, even though it's super effective, because Leech Life sucks in this game. Not the 90 power behemoth of a move that it is in future games, it's like 20 power in this. Which is why our Crobat still goes unused. To this day. Geraldine takes down the Golbat, getting one step closer to level 29, which in and of itself is one step closer to level 30, which is the level that everyone else is, so therefore it's one step closer to being caught up to the rest of the team in levels. You have to warm up before going into the water. That's basic. You're basic. Yeah, but here I am, in the ocean, riding on my rich kid Robin. That's freaking Bruce Wayne's son. That's just Batman's sidekick right there. He's just in the water. He's just chilling. I actually have talked to your father on the phone. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm just chilling in the water here, swimming around, on my Lapras, which is not in fact a Lapras, but instead a Poliwrath, happy as can be, because I just caught a frickin' Lugia, and it was a legal encounter, even though I wasn't sure. Guess what? It was great for me. Wonderful day. It's just a good day. It's just a good day today. It was an okay day before I caught a Lugia. Now it's a good day. Nightshade is set amount of damage, which could be unfortunate in certain circumstances, but in this certain circumstances it is certainly not, because 20 damage is not a whole lot comparatively to the amount of health we have. At full health, it would have to hit us with that 5 times in order to kill us, and it's true that we're not at full health right now, but it still would have to hit us another 2 times to kill us with that. most definitely, because it always does the same amount of damage. It's not like I can be worried about a crit or anything. So yeah, we're fine. Okay, Uncle, I give... Come on, Robin, I thought you were tougher than that. Be a hero, man. Be the hero that Bruce Wayne wants you to be. Teamwood City is a good distance away from here, which means it's going to take me quite a while to get there. Possibly, like, 2 or 3 episodes, honestly. I don't remember quite how long it takes, but I remember it taking a while when I played this game previously. We're getting close now to the point where I stopped playing my original playthrough of this game. And, looking at how the game is, like, around this point, and, like, how the plot starts to go, and how much backtracking, and, like, how much backtracking you need to do, and how confusing, like, where you need to go gets, you may start to see why if you've never played this game before. And if you have played this game before and you love this game, I'm sorry that I'm talking crap about your favorite game, but my gosh, is it just so hard for me to figure out where I'm supposed to go at many points in this game. I don't even know if I talk to this guy to see his, like, post-battle dialogue. I'm not fighting another Lugia. This thing might just whirlwind me, and I might be fine, but I'm certainly... I don't want to chance it. I don't want to leave Geraldine out here just in case, because it might go for, like, an arrow blast and just slay Geraldine. Like, absolutely slay her. Like, she will be dead. So we're going to go for something that won't get one-shotted by an arrow blast, so not Judy. Which is going to be Henrietta. Henrietta won't get one-shotted by arrow blast. Henrietta got this. Henrietta has taken probably, like, so many Sacred Fires. Right? Sacred Fire is, like, the one that Ho-oh uses. We obviously had to get through, what is it? We could probably kill this thing. Just give pretty decent XP, too. It would probably get, Henrietta up to level... Not Henrietta, no, it probably won't get Henrietta up a level. But, that did not do as much damage as I thought it did. That is unfortunate, how little damage that did. We're not in danger of dying, really, here, but I think if I keep trying to do this, I will need to use a potion before I kill this thing. And I think that when it could crit and kill me at most any point, I don't think it's worth it, so I think I should just frankly run away. It gives good XP, sure, but it gives good XP because it's hard to defeat. See, let's see, City is a good distance. Okay, yeah, I already read your post-battle dialogue. I didn't even need to go back that way. I didn't even need to encounter that Lugia. That was just an unnecessary heart attack I almost had. But we're gonna go into this Pokemon Center, and we're gonna heal up after, like, 5 little dialogue messages here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, technically that was still 3. 4, yeah, 5. 5. Technically 5. Depending on the way you look at it. Did you count that one that had to go down as 1 or 2 dialogue messages? Because technically it's the same dialogue message, just continued downward. But, on the other hand, it is also, like, technically, if you think about it, 5. It is also 2, because, like, it's, you know, you have to press A, which would normally, which is, like, you know, the button you press to go to the next dialogue box. So while it's not a different dialogue box, is it a different dialogue message because you have to press A to get to the next part of it? I mean, are the first and second part of the dialogue message actually 2 different dialogue messages? That's up to you. However, one way you look at it, you may not look at it this way, but at least one way you look at it, I am correct. It was in fact 5 dialogue messages. So yeah, I am correct with an asterisk. No big deal. It's a very big deal, but it's no big deal. Confusion. On this Cleffa. It encored me into confusion, not a problem. The first one came so close to killing. Second one killing would not have been a problem. It wasn't a problem. I don't know why I said it would not have been, as if we did not know for a fact. As if we did not do it. It wasn't a problem. Straight up, like, it just wasn't. It would not have been implies that I don't have knowledge of what the outcome of that situation would be, and I just would be for certain, and I'm just, like, going off of, like, it would not have been implies that I did not see it. I did not straight up see it happen, but I did. I shouldn't say would not have been. It wasn't. Confusion. On this Golbat, it goes, and then it's, like, all distorted. I like that screen effect that they did. I think that, like, early Pokemon screen effects are charming. because like there are certain movies that just have like these big effects on the screen, and it's just like really funny because it's so like retro and outdated in a way that is just like so charming. It's like they really tried their best with that. That's really what they thought was a great animation, and it certainly an iconic animation if nothing else. I'm sure it was great for the time. I'm sure it was great for the time, and the fact that this was on a handheld, you know, low system data abilities. Not a lot of system data to work with, you know, not a lot of game data to work with. It's like, it's fine. I'm sure it was fine for its time, but now you look at it and it's a little, it's old. It definitely did not age well, but it aged in a way that was funny. So, it's charming, it's cute, it's funny. Are you going to Scenewood? How about a quick battle first? Sure, why not? And then after that quick battle, I think I'm gonna end off the episode here because we just hit the 25-minute mark. Only one Pokemon? Looks like it won't be long before I end off the episode. I thought they might have a little bit more than that. A couple more Pokemon than that, but guess I am actually ending off pretty darn close to 25-minute mark. Especially considering how far from the 25-minute mark I usually end off. Obviously, every episode I'm striving to end off at the 25-minute mark, and a lot of episodes I just straight up don't end off anywhere close. I feel like I'm doing a better job with ending off at the around the 25-minute mark with this series than I did with Pokemon Red and Blue. I think that's like there's no doubt about that. Honestly, like just look at it statistically, I'm doing much better with ending off around the 25-minute mark. Because I just had like so many 45 or 50-minute episodes in the Pokemon Red Randomizer Nuzlocke, and maybe those big episodes are coming, right? Obviously the last episode was pretty long, but so far I feel most of the episodes I've recorded for this series have been very close to the 25-minute mark, especially by comparison to the length of the average episode of the Pokemon Red Randomizer Nuzlocke, which was like 30 to 35 minutes when it was supposed to be 25. I lost that one. And I mean, fighting that trainer did add 2 minutes to the runtime of this video, but we're still ending off pretty close to 25-minute mark. Pretty close to the 25-minute mark. I'd say I'm a better swimmer than you. Yeah! Okay. So, thank you, ma'am. That'll do it for today's episode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you can. Thank you all for watching, and this is Alex Espion, signing off.